What's up, guys? Forgot my mic. I'm live. What? I can't hear you. Yeah. Probably like my effect because that one rolls pretty well. Yeah. No, not like a, I will later. Gotta get all my drinks, guys. Gotta be well prepared. Got my coffee. I don't normally drink coffee when I bowl, but for practice, we cheat a little bit. And my water. I thought I'd come and say hi. We're filming some videos today, but I'm gonna practice a little bit before we actually start filming. Hello. Make sure you guys drop a like if you're here. I'm getting ready for the LBC Nationals. Has anyone bowled that? Is anyone going to bowl? I know it's the last weekend. If anyone is around Chicago and wants to come say hi, yes. Bowling instead of work is definitely better, but definitely make the best of what you can at work, for sure. Awesome. I'm glad that some of the stuff we've been going over on our channel is helping you. We actually are going to be filming another video today where we talk a little bit more in depth of some stuff that's like newer for newer bowlers. So some, wow, what is this hair? This hair is just having its own party. Do you guys see this? What is this? Oh my God, okay, that's funny. My hair was having a party. Yeah, so we're filming a video today for a little bit of like beginners. So people that are kind of new to bowling. I know we do a lot on our channel that's more towards like people who, I guess, like bowl more often or already know a lot about bowling. We thought it'd be fun to do something that's a little bit lower level because we realized that we have some people in here that don't know what bowling is, don't really understand it to the fullest. So we want to give all those people an opportunity to learn and kind of dumb down everything we talk about. Yes, Nate. Well, I decided not to bowl the Lucy with Nate because I wanted to give a break. He was going to bowl with Rocio, and now Nate's not bowling. It just made more sense with our schedule. We have a crazy July already, so it was kind of nice to have 2 weeks off because we decided not to bowl the trios as well. So it just made more sense for us to have 2 weeks off. We're currently going on a trip to Chicago and Vegas this weekend. And then right after that, we're going to Columbia, South Carolina. And then we have those 2 weeks off. And if we didn't, we would have been like Houston, Memphis, and then literally 3 weeks on the road where we're going to Detroit, St. Louis, Virginia, and then back to Chicago. So it was just too much. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that. We are doing a beginner's video today that just breaks down everything a little bit more. And I don't know why we never thought of it before. I guess we just assume people know bowling, but now that I think about it, like I watch basketball, but I don't really know everything about basketball. So it's kind of like that where it's like you watch it, but you might not actually understand it. Like I really don't understand everything about basketball, but I watch it. So with bowling, I'm like, oh, everyone who bowls understands it, but obviously that's not the case. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can while I'm bowling. Obviously, I can't see the chat from the other side. I'm gonna make this higher. Also, if you guys have any other video ideas, like I said in a previous live, send it to our email or comment it down below in the videos after we're live because then it saves. But you can email us at natenelisebowling@gmail.com and send us some video ideas or something that you don't understand that we might have not put up yet. Making your spares. We have a spare video already. We are filming a ball video today too. I'm really excited. Something new to the channel. Can you guys see and hear me okay still? If you guys have any questions, Nate will be joining me at some point. Yes, that's kind of the plan, is to explain stuff. I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I warm up. I do some foul line drills. That almost stuck to my thumb. So I know I saw some stuff online about this drill. When you're doing this drill, you do not want the ball to hit the pins. You realistically want the ball to go the whole way to the right side and go in the left gutter, because then you rotated it correctly. Matt, it's almost like you guessed it. What the heck, are you psychic? I'm convincing him to do that today, actually. Matt, you need to come down and do a video with us. Come stay. You and Roscoe. Okay, that one was good. I always feel more satisfied when I get one pin off the left instead of a gutter, but both are good. Well, I'm happy that you watched, but you should definitely go out and bowl. Yes, Nate is bowling the Super Regional. I'm not, but I will be there. He will be bowling both of them and then heading off to tour trials. So it's going to be very busy. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to be in like 6 states in like 4 days. It's going to be crazy. You guys would be amazed if you saw our schedule and how we make it all happen. So today I'm working on trying to get my hand in a better position. I've had a lot of stuff. Hi.
Are you learning or are you training somebody?
Sorry?
Are you learning or are you training somebody?
I'm training. I'm doing live. Me and my husband, we have a YouTube. We're both professionals. So I'm training. But
I was wondering what all that was.
yeah, we do YouTube videos and kind of just show our practices and teach. And yeah, it's Nate and Elise on YouTube if you ever want to check it out. Nate and Elise.
Nate and
Elise. E-L-I-S-E. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah, we're always here. There's a bunch of videos on bowling and our ventures bowling and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Forgot what I was saying. I literally lost my train of thought. Yeah, anyway. Oh, yeah. I'm working on getting my wrist back into a better position. After I came back from my last time I got injured, I really have struggled to get my hand where I want it. It's a process because every time I come back from hurting my back, I pick up bad habits, obviously trying to keep my back from hurting, and it's not fun. So I have to feel like I'm constantly like going back and forth, fixing it. If y'all are in here, make sure you drop a like. Lets us know that you like these videos. All right, I watch a lot of tips and stuff, but I get frustrated trying to change how I've been bowling for 25 years. I wonder why even bother something and just try to. Yeah, so that's actually a thing that is the biggest thing about having a good coach. And I don't want to say a bad coach, but someone who just teaches fundamentals, is you have to find a coach who's going to take what you already do naturally and just make it better. Because especially if you've already been bowling 25 years, it's really hard to change what you're doing. And your body's going to naturally want to do what it's already done for years. So yeah, it's like there are things to get better, but it could be like something very simple. So maybe just watching videos isn't going to do you much good. Just watching videos, because there is stuff to take away from those, but you definitely want a coach who's going to pick the very little things that you already do naturally, make them better to make your game better, if that makes sense. So just watching stuff you see online is not always going to make a difference, because some of the stuff you see is more basic and might not be catered towards your specific game. So that's why I always tell people is you definitely need a coach that can work with you in person, that really knows what they're talking about and can just make your game better for what you already do. Now, if you're like a beginner who hasn't picked up necessarily like traits over years and years of bowling, it's a lot easier to change stuff. So that's why, especially if you're watching and you have kids and you want to get them into bowling, get them a coach. I will say that helped me tremendously get to where I am, is that I had very good coaching at a young age.
How you bowling?
Just started. I'm just,
Start your first game.
yeah, I'm just warming up.
I got you. Moving high.
300. I'm on live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
What's so funny? I came here for the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
You know how many I got on the fourth in a row.
Oh, nice.
I'm two away, but I got the 7 count and missed it for 24. I like all that hard work for nothing, bro.
Yeah, that's so good though.
It's so good, but I was 2 away, David.
That's cool. We do action. Sorry. I'm always up for bowling for money. Now, if I could just do that every shot. Oh. I know some people are going to tune in and be like, why is she throwing gutters? For what? Oh, my first one. I was more excited. I have a couple. So when you're doing this drill, I kind of want to talk about this in a video, but you can really see if you're doing it well by your flare lines. Your flare lines are going to tell you a lot about if you're doing the drill correctly or not, and how far it is away from your fingers and your thumb, and like the direction it is compared to your fingers and thumb. Well, I don't want to say I'm the best coach in the world, because there's obviously a lot of good coaches, but if you want to reach out, I do online lessons virtually, and they've seemed to have helped the people that I work with. So if you would like some lessons, there's definitely still something you can learn at this age, even if you bowl 25 years. You can definitely always do stuff different. If you want me to help, I'm down to help you. Just shoot me over an email. I'm throwing the DNA coil right now. It is a DNA coil. They all look the same. No, for real though. Like the DNA coil, what's the other ball that looks the same as this too? The DNA looks pretty similar too. AJ, yeah, I need AJ to come back. Hello from England. What time is it there? It's like what, like 8 o'clock at night? You'd be surprised, even people who bowl will be like, you're not doing that drill right. You're supposed to hit the pins. And I'm like, that's not what the point of this drill is. That's a lot of the thing I feel like people struggle with, is when they're working on drills, they're so used to, like, your body is naturally like wants to hit pins. So people still try to throw it fast, or they try to muscle it through a drill, not realizing like that's not the point of drills. It's not fun, but it does help in the long run. I feel like the best I was ever throwing it was probably like 2 years ago, and I was trying to come back. My back was really hurting, so I just did like these foul line drills for a week straight. Like I didn't take a full shot, I didn't do anything for like a week. And when I was able to come back and bowl, like it was crazy the difference it made in my ball roll and stuff. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy about the way I'm throwing the ball right now on this drill. Okay, so I won't be at Shore Lanes anytime. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. You can curve a house ball, but the technique you have to do to use it is not correct necessarily, or you can't use your thumb, and it's hard. Like, it can happen, but the ball is not naturally going to want to hook. And like I said, you have to do what I would say is poor technique to get a house ball to hook. If you do want to bowl and start bowling more, you for sure want to get a ball that fits your hand and go to a pro shop that knows what they're doing. Oh, finally got one. It helps a lot. We won't, okay, so it doesn't matter really what you throw for this drill. You can't throw a plastic ball. Like I said, if you're just working on getting better at this drill, plastic ball is fine. But like I said earlier, it helps a lot if you can see the flare lines. It tells you a lot about if you're doing the drill correctly, and you can't. A plastic ball is not going to flare as much. So I do use a strike ball when I'm working on actually like seeing the actual rotation and not just actually working my rev rate. So right now I'm not just working on my rev rate, I'm working on the actual roll of the ball. So I need to see the flare lines with a ball that has a core in it. So that is the difference of why you need a ball when you're working on certain things in the foul line drill, if that makes sense. I love one. One's my lane. We're not gonna be in Houston. We're not bowling the Lucy, so we won't be there. Sorry, I'm reading all the comments, guys. We have a video on how to slide. The flare lines are going to tell you like what your ball is doing. Obviously, every ball flares a little bit more or less, but like where your flare line is compared to your thumb tells you a lot about your roll. So obviously, if you're more up and down, you have more like up the back, but if it's like going away from it, that's more axis rotation, that's more getting around at your tilt and stuff. So, and then how close it is to your thumb makes a difference. So like realistically, you want it to be closer to your thumb without hitting your thumb and kind of have a little bit of an angle. You don't want to be straight up and down, but you also don't want to be far away from it because that's really like you're spinning it. So that makes a huge difference when you're doing this drill, is to like look for that stuff to tell you if you're doing it correctly. I will show you how to do this drill with a house ball. This is more for like if you're really trying to work on your rev rate. I get an 8-pound ball. I did a video on this, but if you take an 8-pound ball and you're just gonna put your fingers into the fingertips like you would, it's obviously gonna be big, but you're gonna go a little bit past that, but not too far past it, so you can hold on to it. But this is just to help your rev rate. So I do this drill if I'm working on my actual rev rate and not so much of the roll and cupping it. So it's kind of the same thing. I dropped that a little bit. I'll do another one, but that's kind of the idea. And that's more to like work on cupping and uncupping versus the roll that I'm actually working on currently. I am not good two-handed. I can try, but it's awful. So I won't be switching to two-handed anytime. Heck yeah. 200, baby. We love it. Practice definitely is what helps you get there. So it's not that you don't want it straight up and down when we're talking about flare lines. If you're super straight up and down, it's not that that's bad. It's just that like you can't get your ball to hook as much down lane because when you're rolling it, your ball doesn't have enough axis rotation to read off the end of the pattern. So obviously, like if you looked at a spare ball when you shoot spares and it's flat, the rings are really close together and like straight up and down pretty much. It just means that you don't have a lot of rotation, which won't help you when you're bowling in patterns. Oh, how'd you bowl? Nate is bowling nationals this coming week. Do you bowl in league on Wednesday? Yeah, your thumb is not going to be inside the hole for this. You're just going to cup it like you would if you didn't have a thumb or were like two-handed. And you're going to make sure your thumb stays cupped. So you're trying to like bend your elbow and then unload at the bottom and try to keep your elbows close to your body as possible and try to get it to go that way. So that, like I said, that's more to like work on your specific rev rate and like learning how to uncup your elbow, unload at the bottom, not so much your roll. So that's the difference between those two foul line drills. I don't think I know who that is. Maybe I do. We're doing good. Nate's in the pro shop drilling some bowling balls for the videos we're about to do. I think you guys are going to like the videos we're about to do. It's something new. I have bowled a 300. I've bowled a couple professional on the professional tour, and I have a couple bowling tournaments and one in league actually, because I don't bowl league enough. So the best way to practice sport conditions is, the first thing is obviously like learning how to break them down. A lot of people don't talk about that, but it's one thing to just bowl on a sport condition, but it's another thing to physically practice on it and break it down the correct way, because then it gives you an idea of what it's actually going to be like in competition versus, oh, I stuck in that. Versus if you're just bowling on it and bowling all over the place, it's one thing and you can get lined up, but that's not like what you're going to see in competition. So learning where other people are going to play on a pattern and knowing what a lane graph tells you about a pattern. Not that the lane graph is everything, but it gives you an idea of where your break point is going to be. So breaking it down and then bowling on it is what's really going to help you when you bowl in competition, because the lanes obviously transition when you have other people on the lanes versus when you're practicing by yourself. There was a video about making 10 pins and the suggestion was to aim at 20, and I noticed you and Nate throw it around 15. Specific reason for that? Okay, so 20 is where the most of the oil is. Now, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. It depends on what we bowl on too. So when you're looking at 20, like I said, all the oil is mostly there for all the patterns. So you want to keep your ball in that area. Now, that's not like scientific, like you're not going to hit 20 every time, but it gives you a general idea of where you need to be, so that way your ball stays in the oil the longest. It doesn't move, especially if you're using a spare ball. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you're going to hit 18. Obviously, if you miss, you'll have more miss room if you use 20 as your guide. And that's the biggest thing, is you want to have the maximum amount of area to miss when you're shooting spares. You're welcome. Yeah, doing that drill also, I mean, it's more about, like I said, not trying to throw it fast and make sure you're just doing it properly, which a lot of people don't focus on. It's not about if you hit pins or not. My league average is about like 230. It depends. I don't really bowl league. So when you're talking about how tight your thumb should be, right now I probably need some tape, or I need my rosin bag really, but when you stand, like I have no pressure on the ball right now. Like and it won't come off my thumb. And I'm not you can see I'm not gripping it at all. It's gotta be that tight where you literally have zero pressure at all. Especially you have to think about it. When you get to the bottom of your swing, there's so much energy going this way that if it's loose, you're gonna grab it. So you have to have it tight enough that it feels like it's not going to come off. I know that sounds like weird, but it takes some time to get used to that. But that's kind of the point of doing foul line drills and stuff like that, to help you get more relaxed and used to that. It does take time though, for sure. And you wanna make sure that your fit is correct. So like, if your fit is too long or too short, your thumb plays a big part in that too. So like, if you're too long, your thumb's not gonna exit properly if it's too tight. And if it's too short, you'll kind of come around it early, even if your thumb is tight. So those are some things to think about. It's not just all about your thumb fit. It could be your span and maybe your oval and your exit point, all that stuff plays a factor. So as a new bowler, which is better, a heavier ball with less speed or a lighter ball thrown harder? So it depends on what kind of speed you're talking about. Obviously, you want to be above 14 and a half realistically on the slow end. But I mean, the heavier ball you can throw is definitely better because you get more pin action. So the heaviest ball you can throw without obviously hurting yourself. A lighter ball is going to deflect even if you throw it faster. So you're better off having a heavier ball with less speed than you are to have a lighter ball and throw it faster, for sure. Oh yeah, we got one. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get all these comments. I did go cupping yesterday. My neck and back were killing me this weekend. So, highly recommend it. If you guys can see it. I know some people don't believe in cupping, but I'm telling you from someone who has had severe spinal injuries that cupping for sure works. Like, it's a night and day difference for me. Like, I'm telling you, if I told you how I felt like the day before I went, I did not want to get out of bed. It was awful. So now I feel better. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even going to come bowling today, the other day, because I felt so bad. So, chef's kiss. I have tennis elbow and have lost grip strength in my bowling hand. Any tips for building your wrist strength? So, doing drills like this help a lot. Doing the foul line drill with your ball that fits and doing the foul line drill with the lighter ball helps a crap ton. I went through that. Actually, when I came back, the biggest thing was building my wrist strength back. Oh, I dropped that. There's also obviously just taking like a 15-pound weight and doing exercises like this, where you let it go the whole way to your fingertips and come the whole way back up. That helps a lot. There's also like those things that you like grip, the like little weight trainers that look like a pretzel kind of. Those help a lot. Oh, Todd, I love that. Thank you so much. That makes me really happy. Hopefully I can throw it better and show her better, because I need to fix some things in my game right now that I'm not too happy with, but I do appreciate that, and it definitely keeps me motivated. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. I'm your biggest fan. I appreciate the support so much. You have no idea. I'm gonna get my towel and rosin bag. Look at my sack. It's almost gone. You guys are probably wondering what I'm talking about. Like I was telling my pro shop guy, like I'm proud of myself. This is my second one I've gone through. Like there's like nothing left in it. Who else like also loses their grip sack a lot? Because I do every time I go to a bowling tournament. I don't think I could do that if I tried, to be honest. Like, that's not easy to do. You're gonna have to videotape her reaction so I can see it, please, and send it to me. And I will post it because I love that. Send it to nateandeleasebowling@gmail.com. Like, email me the reaction if you can. You guys saw that? There it is. Doesn't matter what I do, I leave 8 pins. So like I said, I just wanted to come live while I'm waiting on Nate to get our stuff drilled for our videos we're filming today. Sorry, we do it this way. It makes it easier for the live, and the way it actually does the live makes it better for our Wi-Fi and stuff. I know it's really freaking weird, but that's why we're doing it this way right now. I can't do a push-up yet, and I could try to do it again. Also, question. This is currently my favorite water. Does anyone have any other suggestions of bottled water? I know that purified water is the best water. Not all water is the same, but if anyone else has a brand that they also love, I would love to know. So yes, I'm doing a foul, or I did foul line drills. Now I'm doing one step. This is to work on timing and my slide and my flat spot. So yes, there is a benefit to doing this, to breaking down little parts of your game to make it better. Okay, I actually thought that could have 8-pinned. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been crazy. Ooh, Aquafina, really? I have tried Liquid Death. Liquid Death is pretty good, but it's spring water, isn't it? Okay, I have heard the alkaline water is good too. I've heard Dasani though is not good either. See, I've heard purified water is actually better than spring water. That's just what I've heard. I read a book about it actually. I know that sounds weird, but I read a book about different types of waters and what's the best, and it actually broke down why purified water was like the best. Okay, that 8-pin almost stood. I know y'all saw that. That 8-pin almost stood. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate the support. Doug, I actually want to try Candlepin really, really bad. I found this place, I think it was up that way, that I want to come do a video and do Candlepin. I've done Duckpin when we lived in Indianapolis. but never candle pit. I'm really excited and I do want to try it. So if you can recommend a place. I turned my thumb on that one. That was not the best. You got it. I've heard Deer Park is good too. Maybe I need to try spring water again. We do not have any more projects that we will be doing with CTD. I don't want to go into it, but I no longer associate myself with CTD. And that's all I'll say. Is it really? All right, looks like I'm switching to spring water, people. I'll try it though. I thought that when they did like the test, you know, with like the strips, that purified was the best, but I thought the ones with salt were not as good. Oh yeah, the Sparrow rack is clutch for sure. I thought the salt was bad. Sorry, I just read all that again. Elise, do you know when you put in enough time practicing, do you set a certain time limit? Like when I'm done at the driving, when I'm at the driving range, I swing too much, I get tired and start. Yeah, that's definitely a thing, is practicing badly because you're rapid firing shots. I don't necessarily have a time limit. It just depends on what I'm trying to fix and if I'm getting ready for a tournament. So like if I'm trying to bowl a tournament and I'm bowling on a pattern, I end up bowling more obviously to try to just get ready. But when I'm throwing it good and stuff, I don't practice as much. Like I come in, but I don't like, there it is. I don't come in and bowl like hours on end because yeah, like you said, you can pick up bad habits, especially if you're rapid firing like I do when I practice. But if I'm throwing it bad, I obviously don't leave until I at least throw a couple that I feel like I can leave on a good mental note because that's really important. Has been proven to have BPAs. Are you talking about purified water? So you're saying spring water is better. Is that what we're deciding? Put spring water in the comments if you all agree that spring water is better. And then that's what I'll be getting from now on. I do know you need salt to hydrate, but I feel like you get it so much in other stuff that it's like you wouldn't really want it in water, I guess. Yeah, I feel the same way about Aquafina. I feel like when I drink Aquafina, it kind of like tastes like I'm drinking the actual like bottled water. I have tried Path, which is like in the tin or whatever, aluminum bottles, which I guess would probably be better since it's aluminum. Okay, that roll was better, but the way I got into the line was not better. Oh, there's Nate, everyone.
Hi.
We're talking about water and the types of water that everyone drinks.
Is water wet?
Yeah, is water wet is Nate's favorite. Okay, so we've all agreed that mountain spring water is better. But yeah, like I just feel like some waters, I just spit. Wow, I can't talk. I got really excited about that. I feel like some waters just taste like the bottle it's in, which is, I feel like I haven't experienced that with Core. And that's kind of why I've liked it, is because it doesn't taste like the bottle. Where did the pins go on that? Nate has like 45 balls in the pro shop right now. I'm sure our ball driller like loves him right now. I saw just the carton like box water in Ross the other day, actually. I guess that makes sense. Like carton, not plastic, is the best. I've obviously been trying to use, I've been thinking about getting a filter at home and doing like my own water filter and just filling up my own bottles. I am doing my one-step drills to work on my hand position and my timing. So you can work on your hand position all you want, but your timing also has to be good enough that your hand can get into the right position. Ronnie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. The goal of this channel was always to bring free knowledge to everyone. Me and Nate have been very fortunate to have really great coaching from a young age. And it does not go unnoticed that we have that privilege. And when we started the channel, we wanted to be able to give everyone that same privilege that we had and share the knowledge that we've learned from our experiences. So we appreciate that. My girlfriend has been talking about getting a filter a lot recently, so probably gonna do that. Yeah, I just think that that's the way to go nowadays. I think I'm gonna do it. I have seen, my brother actually got one, and the one he showed me is like $300, but I feel like in the scheme of everything, how much water you should be drinking, that's cheaper than water bottles, and you know you're getting fresh water, I guess, so it's like worth it. I stuck on that. I just need those when I'm in competition. I need that kick of the 10 pin. Yeah, I feel like that's not that bad. Which one did you get for 60 bucks? Oh, there's a company called Zero that makes a filter. Oh, do you put it like, wait, do you put the filter on the tap or you put the filter like there's a thing, or it's on the, it's like on the tap? Because that would make more sense for 60 bucks. That was insane. Are you talking about doing this specific drill, Kevin? Or in general? Yeah, unfortunately that happens. It's like when you don't like a shot, it strikes, and when you like a shot, it doesn't. It's like, how do you line up for that? So the reason why my hips are open is I got big hips. And, but no, in general, you do want your hips to be open a little bit to the line, obviously, so your arm can fall in. Again, I do have bigger hips, so I have to get my arm around it. Maybe I'll just go to one step drill. That's how I'm gonna bowl from now on. Thank you, Matt, for joining us on this journey. of YouTube. We will always be doing new videos to kind of help everyone get some knowledge. Yeah, I am trying to also project it to the right, so obviously your hips are going to dictate where you're projecting it, and I am trying to throw it to the right. I'm actually throwing a motive ball today in our newest video, so make sure you look for that. So, alcohol, I don't want to say it's bad, but it does strip the ball a little bit more than you probably want instead of just the oil. So alcohol could hurt the cover stock of the bowling ball. I'm not saying it's like definite, but I would stick to a cleaner that is more trying to just clean the oil out of the ball versus stripping the cover of the ball, if that makes sense. Okay, $60. You might have to email me that so I can see. Yes, keep your eyes peeled. I'm excited. We're gonna do a couple really cool videos today that are gonna be a little different. I spun that one. Oh my God, another one? I'm a 7-9 again. We are gonna do a video talking about PAPs and stuff pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. We are gonna go into a little bit more detail because I know a lot of people don't understand that. And that is one of the biggest things that dictates what balls are gonna be good for you or what is going to work for you is your PAP. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Yes. Definitely keep a lookout. I have a little secret that I will be sharing on one of the videos if you are into motive. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Yeah, you probably bowl better with alcohol because it literally strips the ball of everything so much. So right now I'm not practicing my spares because I am working on my release and I don't struggle on my spare release. I struggle on my first release. So that's why I'm not doing spares right now. I will later. If I don't leave any, I can't practice them. My average is like 230 if I bowled. Oh, alcohol in your system. Sorry, I'm dumb. If your lanes are oiled terribly, like too dry or too oily, how do you compensate? So it depends on where they're dry. So if we're talking about like there's oil in the front, but they're super dry back ends, obviously a weaker bowling ball. Depending on obviously how you bowl too. But if they're dry in the front part of the lane, you have to throw it faster or loft it over the front part of the lane. That's the biggest thing I feel like people don't really take into account when they're talking about my lanes are too dry, but it's like where are the lanes too dry? Makes a huge difference on what you would actually do to adjust for it. Ooh, the EJ Venom. Do you like it? What's the difference between averaging high 200 and 230s? Spares. The biggest thing is being able to pick up spares, and I don't even just mean the easy ones. You have to be able to pick up splits here and there. Obviously not 100%, but when you do leave something that's not just a 9 count, being able to pick those up is a big help to averaging over 230 or averaging even 220. But also just leaving 9. The more you can leave 9 when you're not striking, so you don't lose pins. So that really is the biggest thing between, oh my God, the A-pin. That's the biggest thing really between the pros and amateurs or even house bowlers is that their bad shots are less bad. So minimizing how bad your bad shots are is the biggest difference to averaging higher. And obviously picking up the spares when you do leave them. Awesome. Getting a PAP and getting an interchangeable thumb is definitely helpful, especially if you're bowling more. So that way it can be consistent between bowling balls. Yeah, I mean, that is the biggest thing between the better bowlers is they throw 9 shots, go to game. That is the biggest difference between a good game and a bad game is how many good quality shots did you throw? Obviously, the more you can put it in the same spot, you have a higher chance to strike, which raises your ability to have a higher average. Nate's highest series, I think, is like 840, and mine's like 813, I think. Matt, the Journey is a good ball. Yes, being consistent is obviously going to help. So your PAP, honestly, especially if you're bowling a lot, and it depends on if you're actually like working on stuff, because the more you work on stuff, the more your PAP will change. Or do you need to go? You're fine. Yeah. I'm live, but you're fine. It's fine. What was I saying? So yeah, so if you're bowling a lot and working on stuff, like especially if you change your timing and your release and stuff, you're going to want to probably look at your PAP every 6 months, especially if you're bowling a lot. Like your PAP does change a lot because it just does. Also, if you start doing something different. And your PAP is really important to make sure it's correct because it can change the way you lay out your balls and your ball reaction. So if you ever lose ball reaction and you feel like you're still throwing it good, it could just be that your PAP changed a little bit. So yeah, how is it possible? Okay, so this is where a lot of people don't understand that just because you're a good bowler on sport doesn't mean you're going to be good on a house shot. And it's just because when you play a sport shot, you're playing the lanes differently. You're playing the lanes front to back versus side to side. And that's just because like on a house shot, you know all the friction is to the right. And you know that most of the friction is down lane. As you can see, I know I can stand where it's going to not hook in the middle and it's going to hook to the right versus the patterns we bowl on, we're seeing the lanes differently. So like we're not used to missing 15 boards to the right and to the left. And the more hand you have and stuff on a house shot, and I would say the roll that you have on a house shot is like kind of different than what you would do on the pro patterns. We're just not trained to miss 15 boards. So I know that sounds weird, but it's like the better you throw it, the worse you bowl on house shot. I've seen it like all the time. I'm in Florida. I'm in Lakeland. Me and Nate are married. So no, she's not lying. It's totally a thing. Like I was just joking the other day, like I'm averaging like whatever, like almost 210 on tour, and we're bowling on stuff that's way harder, and then I go to a house shot and it's like shooting 240 is hard. I mean, you can do it, but it's like, it feels like it's more work on a house shot for some reason. Oh. So carry down is all relative to what bowling balls are being thrown, obviously. So carry down from urethane is different than carry down from a reactive. But that's just all about roll. Obviously having the right ball in your hand helps, but being able to have different releases helps a lot with carry down because you need the ball to obviously hook more down lane when there is carry down. So that's kind of the things I do, is learning different techniques. So cool. Leslie will be in Chicago this weekend. Again, if you guys have some video, longer format ideas that we can go into more depth about stuff like this, definitely let us know, because then you can rewatch it or get a little bit more insight when we can think about it more. We're bowling at Bolero Mount Prospers? I can't say it. Prospect? I don't know what it is, but yeah, where the LBC is, the PBA LBC. Congrats on the Bowler of the Year. I use everything. I use Storm. I use all the bowling products that the market has to offer. Yeah, Michael is a perfect example of someone who will kill every house shot. I'm not saying he's not good on sport, but he's really good. Yes, that one. Come say hi to me, Nate, if you're in town. We're bowling at 9 a.m. on Saturday. The Bowling Super Bowl. I don't know what that is. Thank you for watching our videos. We're in Chicago this weekend bowling the LBC. You guys could even bowl it. It's not just for pros. There's different divisions, handicaps. It's like bowling nationals, but like it's hosted by the PBA. There's different divisions where you can make a TV show. Top 3 in every division, women, handicap. The pros have their own division. So if that's something you're interested in, I think they still have spots if you're in the Chicago area. I don't know what's taking Nate so long. We will be in Louisville at some point when we're passing through. We never know. I don't think anytime soon. If you're from Chicago, go bowl the LBC. It's honestly a really cool tournament. I'm not sure what the entry fee is. You can check it out at PBA. Look up the LBC, PBA National Championships. It's there. It'll tell you all the squads they have available. I understand. Yeah, that's not fun. Selling a house or moving, done it so many times, not fun. I've been bowling since I was 10, so I've been bowling a long time. We are not allowed to bowl the tat. Even before I got my card, when I made Team USA, they don't allow you to bowl if you've ever made Team USA for like 15 years. It's crazy. And then since I have a professional title, I also cannot bowl because of that. So Nate's the same way. He has a professional title, so he cannot bowl. That one hooked a lot. But yeah, so the tactical tournament, but if you've ever been good at bowling, you can't bowl it. Leslie, if you know bowling, let me know. I'm going to throw some shots, full shots now. Hopefully Nate's done soon so we can start on our videos. Okay, that felt so weird. Okay, that pin move. That literally felt like I haven't walked in so long because I've been throwing one shot or one step drills. Wow. That was rough. Awesome. Yes, definitely come support. Sweet, Camden. That's great. I did not shoot my first 300 until I was like 20. So that's awesome. I haven't thrown either one of those, Dawn. So it looks good though, but I haven't thrown any of them. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. That was awful. It feels so weird throwing a shot after throwing drills for like 30 minutes. Wow. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it's crazy how long it took me to shoot 300, but I also didn't bowl league that often, so like I didn't bowl in a house shot a lot. I was bowling on sport shots. That's awesome. They are cupping marks. Lost my rosin bag. That's on the other side. Yeah, I feel like everyone shot theirs like when they were a teenager except for me. That's okay. I had a lot of other accomplishments at the time. That was not what I was trying to do. Sometimes all strikes are not good strikes. That is a good idea. It's actually crazy because that's kind of how we do it every time we bowl in a pattern. And Nate worked at Kegel, so he really can tell you, like by watching a lane machine go down the lane, like what the pattern is. It's insane. I'm just standing on 22. I'm not really watching where I stand right now. I'm just kind of, like I said, working on some stuff. Hey, it doesn't matter if you ever shot 300. It's average is better than shooting 300. Megan, so one tip that you could give to a new bowler. Okay, so I know this is gonna sound like I'm just saying this, but I said it a little bit earlier on the stream. If you're a bowler, before you pick up any bad habits, working with a coach is the best thing you can do. Bowling is not something you can pick up on your own. There's so many moving parts and so many things that are very technical that people don't really realize. Oh, that was not good. So like I said earlier, if you're a new bowler, before you pick up any habits, go get a coach, make sure that your fit is right. Knowing that all of that stuff is right is going to be the best way to get better quicker before you start working on everything that, because there's so much stuff that you could fix, but having a coach and working on spares and knowing how to shoot them correctly is like the best thing you can do for yourself as a new bowler. If you don't have a coach and would like to work with me, you can email me at nateandelaysbowling@gmail.com. I give lessons. I've been coaching for a very long time. I was coaching at 2 universities for a while, 2 college programs, and I coached a couple years professionally for a group of centers. So it's definitely something I'm passionate besides my own bowling. I'm not feeling great about my approach right now, but thank you guys. Why are people so weird in the comments? Like, why are we being like this, guys? Holy crap, that's a lot. Wow, 251, that's crazy. If you would love to work with us, me or Nate, both of us, whatever, please email us at nateandelays@gmail.com. That is something we love. I have a couple times available per day that I do lessons. Email us and we can set something up if that is something you're interested in. Yeah, people are, I mean, I'm weird too. Yes, definitely shoot me over an email, Megan. I would love to work with you. I know having a woman as my coach growing up definitely helped a lot too. We just have, you know, different parts that men don't have to deal with, and our bodies are different. So it definitely helps, like I said, to have a coach and learn the correct way from the beginning, especially if you're a new bowler. Now, if you've been bowling for a couple years, obviously I could still help you, but the best way to get quicker, faster is having a coach. Yeah, that's insane. Where is Nate? It's taking forever. Bowling is a lot of muscle memory. Hey, 3 years is still fresh. I'm going to have to get off soon-ish to go put balls, to go put grips in my new bowling balls that I just drilled. Oh, okay. I agree, we should make bowling great again. Yes, I am currently drilling some bowling balls. Obviously, I am not currently doing it, but someone is currently drilling bowling balls for me to make some videos for you guys. And I have to go put the grips and stuff in it. It is called the LBC, the PBA LBC National Championships. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Seems like you guys like these lives. We definitely want to do more of them. Oh, wow. Holy moly. I do use 15 pounds. Yeah, I enjoy doing the Q&A. I definitely, it's cool to actually talk to you guys, tell you guys what we have going on in our normal day lives. I know you guys don't normally get to see that, but are they done?
Ball video?
I'm doing live.
Oh.
We're gonna do a ball video. I was going live while we're waiting for the balls to be done. So cool. Oh yeah, there's a lot on there.
I've been following you.
Yeah.
You and Nate.
Yeah, he's in there while I was practicing a little bit. So yeah.
What are you doing down here?
We always normally practice down here because they just put out the fresh shot for us, so we can.
Really?
Yeah. Just so we can do ball videos, so that way people can see what they're gonna look like on a fresh shot. But yeah, we normally bowl down here because then it's in front of the pro shop. So if we have any issues, we can just go and bother him. It's Zook. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy some of our videos.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Yes, you too. Super nice meeting you too. Take care. Yes, I have cupping. You're welcome, Megan. Good luck with your bowling. I hope everything improves, and I hope I do get to work with you. I do cupping. I have had some issues to my spinal cord, and the cupping helps me alleviate some of the pain I have in my muscles. It definitely, if you've never tried it, it works. Lanes are getting a little bit toastier. I do that a lot, like when I'm bowling and I like a shot, I make that noise. Yes, they can do the hot suction cups or the cold like they're not like hot. They like kind of like push them down versus the heat. I do like the heat ones because the heat ones, they can like move up and down your muscle, which, oh my God, that hurts so bad. I've had it done, but it is amazing. The pain is definitely worth it. My hip is gonna hurt so bad probably later. Nate is in the pro shop. Nate is finishing, he had some issues with his finger grips, so he's currently switching out all of his finger grips out of a million bowling balls to just bigger sizes because he uses vacuums and he didn't want to be like jamming his fingers and ripping. Oh, I dropped it, but it's still gonna strike. That's the secret. Secret sauce is dropping and still striking. Yes, I have done the electrotherapy. I love that. That stuff is also good. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to this practice session. Do you guys hear the music? We got some salsa music going on here. Yeah, I go to my acupuncturist and do it with that as well, where they put the stem into the actual needle. That is crazy. You can feel the blood circulating to the muscle where they put it. That's insane. Yeah, I didn't throw that very good. Nate is not Mexican. And even if he was, that would be okay. I have thrown back up at a 10 pin if the lanes are really toasty. I have slipped on the lane. I've definitely went across the foul line a couple times. My favorite cover stock. I don't even know. That's like kind of hard to say. I feel like for me it's more like cores. But I mean, if we're just talking about in general, a pearl cover stock is definitely more my favorite than a solid cover stock. There's Nate. Everyone's been asking where you're at.
Hi.
There he is.
All right, so I got an interesting story for you.
Okay, Nate's got an interesting story here. Let me.
Well, it's for you.
Oh, is it got to be on live?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, here. I'll let you tell this.
So I laid out Elise's bowling ball, her normal pinup layout, and came out like this.
Is that good or bad?
He hit the thumb where the center line was supposed to be.
Oh.
So now it's pinned down. But he said if it rolls bad, he's going to get you another one.
I need a new ball driller.
So,
Watch this ball really
but no, I know that's what he said.
I used to actually. You guys see this? It's okay. We're gonna fire him today anyway.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so Nate's last name. Okay, you guys can hear me. Nate's last name is Garcia because he's Cuban. It's a Cuban
Yeah.
last name.
They have to watch the video to see how
Yeah.
this rolls. So
You
that's
guys
gonna
want
be
to see
the
this
suspense.
ball? Make sure you sub. But yeah, Nate is Cuban. Let me go check and see if we are done in the pro shop. Are we done in here? Can I put grips and everything? I'm sweaty. Oh my god.
No, just that one ball that I brought.
Okay.
So, it's a 2-pin respawn.
They're still working on it. Should I stay live? Should I stay live or should I just hop off and talk to y'all later? If you guys are in here, also drop a like on the video. There's been like 300 people in here, around 300, and there's only 92 likes. That doesn't tell me you like these videos very much. How am I supposed to know you like it if you don't like it? It makes me sad. 92, come on, we can get more than that. All right, I'm gonna throw a couple more shots. I'm gonna throw another ball. How about we do that? I'm gonna throw a moto ball. I'm gonna throw my hypervenom. How do we feel about that? I should be able to stand a little bit further right with this ball. Oh yeah, get the 5, 7, 10 out. Now I match my shorts. 97, come on. Can we get to 100 before I leave? 120 likes. Do you guys like the matching? Should I do that from now on? Just matching outfits? Heck yeah, thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. I was like kind of slow hooking the lane earlier. This is a fresh house shot. Well, was, I guess, before I started this live. I'm gonna have bowled like a million games before you get here. I've already bowled like 8 games. I've already bowled like 8 games, I swear. I know, I know. I bowled like 8 games over here. When are you bowling a PBA event? What? Also, yeah, if you guys are in here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way it'll tell you when we post new videos, when I'm live. Oh, can't get it. I'll be right back, guys. guys, sorry. I went in the pro shop. I think I'm gonna hop off here so I can take a little break before the mass amount of bowling I'm gonna have to do. If you guys have any extra questions before I hop off, leave a comment and I will try to answer your question. Thank you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys for being here. And again, if you are interested in some lessons, email nateandyleesebowling@gmail.com and we will get back to you. I forgot what you mentioned. Remind me, just so I can remember. I took some screenshots of some of the stuff you guys mentioned. Hello. Yes, I love this pink ball. I haven't thrown it in a while, actually. It didn't match up on tour much for me, like I had hoped. But we bowled on a little bit more volume this year than normal. All right, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in. I am sweaty and I need to take a little bit of break. I've been rapid firing for, oh my God, it's been almost, oh my God, wow. I've been on here a lot longer than I thought. Holy crap, it's already 3. So yeah, I've been rapid firing since this live started. I stopped for a little bit, so I'm gonna give my hip a break. And let's see, maybe I'll be live tomorrow. So if you guys have some other questions or you think of something. This hair is still having its own little party. Do you see this? This hair is literally the life of the party right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break. Look out for our videos that we'll be filming today. And if you have been here or you're here, make sure that you sub to the channel and it'll let you know when I'm live, when we drop our videos. And yeah, see you guys.